Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Well, welcome to the carb coma special.
Yeah, the turkey coma. I'm feeling it. I'm starting to feel it. You know what's crazy? When I was a kid, I always wondered why was it after Thanksgiving dinner that my dad would just fall asleep on the couch. Then as I got older, it hit, and it was just like, oh my God, I see now.
Right? I know. It's like, well, we started eating at 3.
Hmm.
Our pet sitters had us over. We celebrate holidays together, so they're down on the other side of our development. So, like for Halloween, we went to their place and celebrated. So for Thanksgiving, Kelly wanted to cook, so she cooked up a storm, and it wasn't like, oh, turkey and gravy and stuffing and mashed potatoes and a vegetable. She had like 12 things she cooked. There was like plates all over the kitchen counter. Well, you got to take some of everything, right?
Yes, take some leftovers.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it was brutal. What did you do?
I went to Hardee's. I mean, I just had dinner at Hardee's. No, I just
Was it a turkey sandwich at least?
Yeah, right. Turkey sandwich. No, my parents love to do Thanksgiving every year, so I went over there with the kids and we partook in the Thanksgiving festivities.
Oh, good. And Alexander, who doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving because he's a heathen, a heathen colonial, colonist, I should say. What's happening over there in the still subservient Scotland? You guys haven't declared your independence yet. Come on, we did that 250 years ago. Get your shit together.
Yeah, what are you waiting on?
There we go. This thing keeps on taking my camera microphone. Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's rich coming from you. Your annual "we've stolen your lands, but here's some food" festival.
Yeah, exactly.
You got us. Yeah.
At least we fed them while we took their property. Right?
We come in peace, shoot to kill.
God.
Right, exactly.
Which is ultimately what I love about all these right wingers who want to tell everyone to go home. It's like, really?
Right.
When are you going home?
Yeah, how about why don't you fucking go home, you white bread you bitch,
Indeed. But I demolished most of a chicken today. So
okay.
Oh.
Me Thursdays is when I meet up with a friend. We go and grab something to eat. Then he comes back to mine, and we watch films and TV on the BFT in my sitting room. BFT stands for Big Fucking Telly.
Okay.
Because there's a 75-inch telly in a room that really has no business having a
76-inch wide room. Yeah.
Yeah. I won it in a competition, so it's not a TV that I would have bought myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would have bought a 55. A 55 would have probably been done just fine, but we got
we'll
a 75.
Trade then. We've got a 55 and we want a 75. So.
Nah, you've got a nice house. I'll trade you for the house.
Yeah, we watched Elf, which I had never seen.
You haven't?
Is that not a Christmas thing?
Well, it's Christmas, but it started the Christmas season. So
okay.
So we were like, oh, let's watch a movie, and they turned to the Christmas movies. I'm like, I've never seen Elf because I'm not a Will Ferrell fan per se.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no, gotcha. I can take.
I find him funny in certain things.
Yeah,
and I love the Ron Jeremy stuff. But in general, I just think his slapstick is a little much. But he doesn't disappoint. That's a funny movie. It was good. We had a good time. Peter Dinklage, before he was famous.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's in that.
Is the same year, 2003, same year that he did the station attendant, is it the station manager? That little film that he did, which got him a lot of acclaim. The station manager, I think it's called. So that was way before Game of Thrones and everything, and he's priceless in it too.
He's an angry elf.
And he's an angry elf. Yes, he is.
That's really honestly the only part I like about that movie is when Peter Dinklage is on there because he's just hilarious.
He is hilarious.
Yeah,
But
he is.
I cannot
when he-
stand Will Ferrell. I cannot
When he
stand.
jumps,
really?
when he jumps up onto the table and stomps towards him, it's like, oh,
Oh yeah. I know. It's yeah. So it's good. It was an enjoyable movie. So here, Crystal got me this because I had to put it on the Amazon cart. We're talking pops. Here's Captain America with Broken Shield and
Nice.
Mjolnir and his hammer.
Nice.
You have that one?
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
okay.
Yep, that's
This is like my favorite moment of Endgame. Like everybody's
Yes.
like, "Oh, Avengers assembled, Iron Man snap." I'm like, "Nope, this right here. This was
I
my
know.
moment."
right. Yeah, I know that was great. That was great.
That was a great moment. Yeah, that brought
was a
down the
great-
house when we
Yeah,
were.
it did
in the
exactly. Exactly. Here's the other thing. I think I've mentioned this before, but I found my Star Trek convention program from September 5th through 7th, 1981.
Whoa, where'd you find that at?
Yeah, I've kept it. I've kept it in a Mylar,
Oh, okay.
in a Mylar comic sleeve.
Right.
I was 1 year old.
Were you? Yeah. So this is it was Walter Koenig, Grace Lee Whitney, and Isaac Asimov, but the autograph there is Bruce Hyde, who played Kevin O'Reilly from the Naked
Naked Now?
Time. The Naked Time.
Oh, the Naked Time was the.
Naked
the
Now was
661.
the TNG. So
Mhm.
yeah, so in this, and I would say that is a 9.6 mint condition one too, but not that it matters. It's just memorabilia. But yeah, I dug that out, and I've been going through some of my old stuff. So yeah,
That stuff will be worth something someday.
maybe yeah. Here's another thing. Here is from high school. One of my first drawings of a starship.
Oh wow!
It looks like a mix between the Dune buggy and Star Wars.
Luke's thing.
Luke's speeder thing and
Mhm.
like a Reliant. Like
I immediately see
What?
something else.
Hold on, Pee Wee wants to go to. Where you going, Pee Wee?
Did you guys really not see it?
Briefly,
Come
I know
on.
where your mind is. Yes.
I
okay.
missed it. What did you say?
He even has a laser line coming out of the end.
The Alexander first thing he pictured was it looks like a penis.
Oh,
Nice. All right, let's see who has joined us. Who has no life and has joined us on Thanksgiving night.
Right, who wasn't
How are
invited to
you?
their families.
Eric Madsen's here. Nerdiverse. Hermano Farcine, how are you, sir? Jim's Landscaping LLC #1. Daniel Vance, Red Tillers. How are you guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. So has everyone seen? Since Brian mentions it, unification.
Mm-hmm.
It's 765-874. What's all that? What
What
do all
do the
those
numbers
numbers
mean?
mean?
I have no idea.
No one knows.
They probably
we did a
done it just for a
reaction to
talking
it.
point.
NerdTube, we all did a reaction. Like we didn't watch it. We purposefully didn't watch it, and then we did a reaction to it on last Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that you did that, and it got
What
quite a
did
few,
what did you
quite some
think?
attention, didn't it?
Me?
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was fantastic. It was jarring in spots, but it's
Yeah.
a fan film at the end of the day. You know,
I mean,
it
it
wasn't perfect, but it was, yeah.
I can see for people whose TOS stands, like it's good for them. Like for me, it was like, oh, that's nice. But I'm like,
Yeah.
the Kirk and Spock thing for me just was never, like it was not a bromance that I was ever really into. Like I see it, but again, I'm like, eh.
I tell you what, I thought I was over Nimoy's passing. No, that scene at the end. No, oh my goodness, that just tore open a wound.
Yeah.
It was a touching scene. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel says reunification makes regeneration. What's regeneration?
That was the one where Spock goes to not Genesis, the planet that in Generations,
Viridian 3?
Viridian 3. Yes, he goes to Viridian 3 and he visits Kirk's grave, and
Brave. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see
and
that.
and oh yeah, and they're in the process of recovering the saucer
D.
section of the D. Yeah.
they're in the process of getting Alex drawing. So the D. Okay, you know what? Moving on.
Yeah,
I think it was very well put together. I like how they took
Yeah.
the actor Sam Witwer and did the AI of William Shatner on him.
See,
Yeah,
I was,
it worked pretty well.
I was
Yeah.
told that William Shatner actually came back to reprise the role, but they heavily CG'd him and stuff like that. But I didn't find out until afterward, because we did a blind watch through. I didn't find out till afterward that was actually Sam Witwer, or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
So, but no, it was very well done.
Yeah. Oh, there's Pee Wee again. I think he wanted a drink. Now you want back in, buddy?
Don't tell me these dogs don't have him wrapped around their little paws.
Right?
Have you ever guys seen the Hugh Grant movie about a boy?
Yes.
No.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a really good movie with a very young what's his name, who plays Beast in the X-Men series, Nick Holt,
Yeah,
Nick Holt,
Nicholas
yes.
Holt.
who is
Mhm.
the new Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt has been in everything, but anyway, he's literally a boy in this, because it's from 20 something years ago.
Yeah, it's like 13, 14, something like that. Yeah.
No, it's before that. It's early aughts.
No, he's 13, 14.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. And stop going through my garbage. Get out of here. But the funny thing is, there's a great scene. Basically, the story is about this boy that, Hugh Grant's a single, bachelor living his meaningless existence,
Mhm.
and this young kid gets under his skin. I don't even remember it. It's been so long since but there's one great scene. They start watching TV together, and the kids kind of sees him as kind of a father figure because he doesn't have a father, whatever. But there's this one funny scene where the doorbell rings and Hugh Grant goes to open it, and Nicholas Holt just like walks in like he owns the place. And Hugh Grant is like, "What the fuck? What?" And that's the way Pee Wee always is. Whenever he's scratching at my door, I open the door and Pee Wee just runs in like he owns the place.
Yep. Strolls right in.
So I was like, "What are you doing?" Now he's sitting under my, because I denied you going through my trash. Now he's pouting. But anyway. So everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Yes, that's good.
Yeah. Food was good. I'm looking forward to leftovers.
Oh God, no! I can't even think about food right now.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I just fed what was left of my chicken to the cats.
Gotcha.
a whole chicken. Yeah. Chicken
What
sounds
was
good
yeah,
too.
what was left of the chicken? Yeah, it was a whole chicken. I
Mhm.
got it at the supermarket. I was really, really, really lazy. It was from the hot food section. I went, yeah, okay, that'll do fine.
Right. Yeah, I had turkey, ham, stuffing, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, green bean casserole,
Yeah,
some
we
greens.
we also had squash casserole and a sweet potato souffle.
Oh, that sounds good too.
Yeah,
And then some pumpkin pie for dessert.
pecan pie in our case.
Oh, pecan pie. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real good one.
Yeah. So so that's there's much there. The food to be had, and then we both have plates in the refrigerator. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I want to eat for another week.
Isn't that always the way after a Thanksgiving meal? You say I'm not eating again for like a couple days. But I like making food early in the day so you can just kind of graze all day, just sort of keep going back and pick a little bit here and a little bit there.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. Yeah. It's fortunately I took a long walk and walked the neighbor's dog this morning, and got a little exercise in this morning because I knew that once I ate I was going to be worthless, and indeed I am.
Yeah, once you lay down and once you lay down or sit down, that's it. That's when the motivation just goes away, especially after you've had a big meal.
Yeah. So hold on one second. I'm checking on the neighbor's dog. What? We have a big announcement to make. So everyone here is going to
okay.
This it's not the big announcement that I talked, but a big announcement. We are doing an event on December 14th, and everyone is invited. But what we're doing is J.G. Hertzler is coming down, and he's going to recite the night before Christmas in a Santa suit on the bridge, on a fully Christmas decorated bridge of the USS Aries, which we will film and put out as right before Christmas. We will put it out on YouTube for free for everyone. Nice. So it's going to be fun. So I've got the teams. We're getting the band back together. Jeff's flying up to DP it, and Mark Edward Lewis is he'll be post producing it, and so we're real excited about it. And this idea came from a fan who sent me an email literally this week, probably sent it to me Monday, and I was like, oh my God, that is a great idea. Actually, I think it was Friday, and I asked JG this weekend. He said, we got to clear it with SAG. So I cleared it with SAG on Monday. Tuesday, I cleared it with SAG. And it works. It's a very simple, it's like a micro production, they call it. You don't basically sign a waiver and you're good if you're giving it away free on YouTube, which obviously we are. So, that's what it is. And we're excited about it. And it's going to be
are you putting him in makeup though?
What's that?
Are you putting him in makeup though? Because I think he would be fantastic as Martok doing that.
No, he's going to be.
It would be. I know he won't, but it would be.
It's not a Star Trek thing. It's a Christmas
would be
thing.
Funny. I think Can you imagine that gruff way he does delivers lines?
We're also doing so basically everyone's invited. We're going to be doing a Christmas party afterwards. So we're going to shoot this in the morning, early afternoon, and then we'll probably open it up and do a little party, autograph signing with JG, and then we'll all go out to dinner in town. So and right now I'm trying to invite all the rest of the Axanar crew, cast that's in town. I've just sent out messages to everyone this afternoon. But yes, it is going to be open to everyone. And you're welcome to come in and even see us shoot. But yeah, it should be a good time. Should be a good time. So we will be announcing. I'll probably be putting out the announcement tomorrow. And there you go. And yes, we are going to have like the Yule log on the big screen and Christmas imagery on all the TVs all around the top. And there's going to be a tree on the bridge and garland all over the bridge. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Red Tail, we're trying to get the script out the door. It's right now we're working on the script. We're working on the audio drama. We're working on Axanar. It's like full-time Axanar going on. And we've kind of got our hands around a timetable that we're trying to make everyone stick to now. And so we're working our butts off. But we're excited. It's all going along pretty well. So there you go.
So what date is that thing on again?
Saturday, December 14th. Yeah.
Dang it, I'm busy that day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're. So I'm sure we'll do a live stream at night with JG because JG is going to stay at Dana's house. So we'll after we come back from dinner, we'll do a live stream as well.
Cool.
At Dana's house from the famous Dana basement.
I would give my right kidney to stay there.
Yeah. So Dana's going to JG's going to stay with Dana. So there you go. That's it. So that's the project. The Daedalus film is coming out sometime soon as well. And then
what's that one gonna be about?
That's about the Daedalus class starship, the refit. As a matter of fact, we're starting talking about the hardcover script because we're also working. I mean, for example, I contacted everyone who spent money on who donated 10 years ago now for a name on a ship in Axanar. So we're getting that together and to make sure that we get that into the next 2 episodes. So we're trying to. There's a lot of stuff, and yeah. So
that is a lot. It sounds like you've got your hands full. That's for sure. You're busy.
And it's fun. So yeah, we're keeping busy. Let me put it this way, guys. There is so much good that's going to be coming out in the next 6 months. There's some stuff that's so good. I did clue a few people in, but I can't generally say that there's some good stuff happening on the big picture level, and we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. But I think I was talking with Goodney 2 days ago, and Mark Edward Lewis, and I said, ironically, this delay, especially this last year where we had hoped to have it out this year and we're not, and we're going to have it. This last delay is working out in our favor in a huge way, in a really big way. And again, I can't tell you much more, but when I do, everyone's going to go, oh yeah, this is great. So we're very excited about what's happening right now behind the scenes. And I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like that old joke. How do you keep a moron in suspense? I'll tell you tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh.
Not that you're all morons, but it's
right.
Like, how do you keep a fan in suspense? I'll tell you tomorrow.
Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be guessing, okay, what could it be? And we heard a little bit. Hopefully there will be some more that we get to hear as time goes along. But I'm certainly excited for the news.
Let me tell you, I've been working really hard on some behind the scenes stuff, and it's really paying off. So we're very much there's so much happening behind the scenes on so many different levels. Mm-hmm. Stuff that my lawyers won't let me talk about. Believe me, I want to, and I keep saying, "Can we talk about it now?" No. Can we talk about it now? No. Can we, it's right. Like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No. And we're like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I know it's driving the haters crazy because I'm not saying anything online.
It must be bad. Alex not saying anything.
Yeah. When Alec gets quiet, then that's when you're in trouble. So the lawyers are doing their work. We've got some big news coming out from that. There's just a lot of good stuff. And I said to Mark, I said, we've been there's certain things about these next 2 episodes that we knew would piss off CBS. Not intentionally. We weren't trying to piss off CBS. But we're like, oh, they're not going to like this. And now we're like, oh, who cares? We just like, this is all good. We're going to, Axanar is going to be out next year with a bang. And I think it's going to reclaim all the glory of 10 years ago. And it's hard to believe it's 10 years ago, but but it will, let's put it this way. I'm 64 now. It will be out before my 65th birthday.
Okay, good.
And hopefully, I don't know when my 65th birthday is.
When is that?
Well, it's September 3rd.
Oh, okay.
September 3rd. So of course, which is always Dragon Con. My birthday is, usually on Dragon Con. It was this year. Let's see, this next year. Now it's next year. It's going to be after Dragon Con. Too bad.
Gotcha.
But hopefully we'll be showing it at Dragon Con too.
Delays aren't always a bad thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been so bummed about the delays and apologizing to everyone about the delays, and then all of a sudden over the past couple weeks, the past month, we just was like, oh my God, this is going to work out so well. Thank God it wasn't ready this past summer, because I would have been dealing with the bullshit from CBS.
I know what the surprise is. I know what it is. It's that CBS is going to offer all the lawyers that have been giving you problems over the past years. They're going to put them in Klingon prosthetics and put them on one of the Klingon D7s so that when they blow up, they're all gone.
Yes. Oh, that would be great.
So there you go. Yes, Joseph Hicks is.
That would be funny.
Yeah. If we had time, we would have him learn it in Klingon and do a Martok version as well. But I actually think, I think JG in a Santa costume doing the night before Christmas on the bridge of, the Ares. And right now I'm kind of, Jeff and I were talking like, okay, Jeff was like, when are you going to have a script ready? I go, a script? I said, it's the night before Christmas. He said, he didn't quite understand me when I told him earlier in the week. He goes, oh, you're doing the night before Christmas. I go, yes, like the night before Christmas and all through that one. And he goes, oh, okay, I get it. But we were talking about like, well, are we going to start this with like, outside, in space, and you see the Ares and you pull into the Ares and move in through the bridge screen, and there's JG and the bridge is all decorated. I don't know. Do we have all these girls in red Starfleet elf costumes running around? I don't know.
That would be a nice touch.
I was thinking you should sneak a little Ares engineering delta on his Santa suit. Engineering because it's red.
I mean, it sounds more and more like I need to buy a ticket to be at this thing.
Dude, you should. You guys should. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a shame I'm washing my hair that day,
Yeah. We know what a long project it is. So yeah. So there you go. That's kind of what we have planned. And I got to get back to the guy that sent me the email, and because he said if you did that, I would fly down. I was like, okay, so I got to tell him so he can. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time to work on this, but Crystal and I were talking about it. She's going to be our set decorator, and we're going to get a tree and the works. So it's going to be, it will be very, very Christmassy. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good time for all. So I really want to make it a fan event too, because JG is the best when it comes to fans. He'll go out with us. We'll all have Christmas, a Christmas dinner together, all the fans, whoever shows up. I know my volunteers, are going to be manning the shoot. Scott, here's Scott, Scott Good. Hopefully Scott Good, you can make it. I know Sturm is going to make it. Dale is coming. Maybe we get Frank Parker comes down and his wife come down. So Jeff, you and Chudo would love to see you guys as well. We're just going to have a good old time. It's just going to be a blast. So there you go. Any questions?
No. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Hopefully I'll be able to make it down. It's this time of year is kind of rough with kids sports and all that stuff. And, I'm going to try to make it work, but if not, if you guys do a live stream, hopefully I'll be able to partake in that. But yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a good time, and it's good that you got JG on board for that. But it sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so we'll keep you all posted. I mean, it's been I got to say, this has been a good year for Axanar.
Yeah, it has been.
And I mean, just the having all those actors in that we've had, we've been blessed. And now and having rough cuts up now that we can see. By the way, let me share some previs.
Yeah, you got something new to show?
Oh, I do. Okay. I do.
We always like new stuff.
All right, hold on. Let me. Okay. And let's see, so now we're in episode 5. Let me share you what we're going to see from episode 5. All right, here we go. All right. So here's a shot. This is the Klingon fleet approaching the space docks at Axanar. Again, previs. But I did have a conversation with our Oh yeah, here's one you'll enjoy.
Oh, Torpedo's getting loaded.
Yeah, it's a decoy. It's it's not a torpedo, it's a decoy. So there's that, and then there's this.
Nice.
So yeah, so there is. I think that's all the new stuff. Yeah, that is the new stuff. So there you guys go. So yeah,
can't wait to see the finished product.
Yeah, we're working our way through. I mean, we're in episode 5 now. Now it's all battle stuff, and now, we're giving a lot more feedback about what we want specifically. And there's a couple great shots that you guys will love. Oh God, I wish I could hold on. Let me see if I can find that one.
So you said you're on 5. How much of 4 is done if you're on 5, or are they kind of being worked on concurrently?
Why is this only, hold on. We've already finished episode 4. All the previous is done, so now everything's being rendered.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're in, and so now it's literally just we're moving our way through the 60 or so shots in episode 5. And we probably listen as we move along. What was the shot? What shot was I looking for? Oh, I know what shot I was looking for. Nope, it's not that one. No. Okay, hold on. As we go along, there's just a lot. There's a lot that we're learning about our communication. Like when we see a piece of previs that's not what we want, we not only give instructions on, okay, well, this is what we want, but we also have to go, okay, why did our team miss? Why did they give us that? That's not what we wanted. Why did they give us that?
Right.
So what did we do wrong in our communication that's what they gave us? So, you're trying to improve the process. So as you go along, it takes less and less time to get exactly what you want. Right.
So how do you do that in regards to communicating what you're wanting? Is this phone calls, emails?
No, it's a lot of times it'll be a video chat with our team, our VFX team, where we say, okay, guys, this is what you're giving us. Here's where we think we need to make changes. Right.
Right.
And then we'll go back and forth and tell them why. It's not only because what you're trying to do is you're not only telling them, I want it this way, but we're also telling them what that means. Mm-hmm. For example, okay, it's moving too slowly. What does that mean to us? Well, there's at some point you want to show these D7s as big lumbering behemoths, right?
Right.
So the TMP style shot of the Katinga going by you, it establishes size and kind of a gravity, a heft to the ship, right? Mm-hmm. A certain weight, and that's great. But when you're showing a fleet shot, you don't want all the ships passing you that slowly, right? Because now ships are traveling at, they're not at warp at this point. They're at, some sort of high impulse speed, which is pretty fucking fast. So, we're trying to balance those things. And then you're balancing point of view. I couldn't find the shot I wanted to show you, but we're also trying to stay away from just showing you the same old thing, right? We want the shots to be a little more impactful,
right?
To tell a story. And I think that's what, back in Prelude days, that's what Tobias was doing really well, right? His VFX shots told a story. and which is how you get your ships to be characters, right? We often say how the Starship Enterprise is its own character, which is important. So, and Mark's really big on that. Mark, we're really trying to change things up so you don't feel like you've seen this all before.
Okay.
That's kind of where we are.
Trying to put in different shots, different angles, things that are different, so it's doesn't look like stock.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, just like another Deep Space Nine battle, which
right.
we're not particularly high on. So yeah. So anyway, that's it. So the process it's iterative, and now we're just trying to speed it up. I think that's because we're like, okay, guys, this is but at least by having the previs, we have something to drop in the edit, which allows we're like, this is the shot, here it is in the edit, and then all we're waiting for is the finished shot. But in the meantime, we can score to it, we can do sound effects to it, we can do all that stuff, all the sound design and everything. So when that shot does come in, you just drop it right in, and everything else is done, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really important. So there you go.
How long does it take to render a shot? So so basically, when you click on the start or the render button, do you know about how long of a process that is?
It all depends on the complexity of the shot. It could be hours, it could be days.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and we got a new computer just for this.
Wow. Okay.
With a new processor and everything. Why don't Star Trek ships have torpedo countermeasures like real Navy ships do? They do, and you're going to see that. That's one of the things you will see what the countermeasures are. So there you go. When will the historical record be released? Next summer.
I liked that reference.
Yeah, probably next summer. I mean, we're shooting for the second quarter for it finished, but then we have to decide where we're releasing it, how we're releasing it. And hopefully Legacy CBS is done by this point. Hopefully,
we can hope.
Yeah, we can hope. And they've kicked their lawyers to the curb. So that, there you go. So any big plans for December for Christmas? I know that Crystal and I are going to New York December 23rd through 27th. So we're real excited about that.
Oh, New York. Okay. That sounds like
we're
that'd be a pretty
down in
big trip.
Times Square. We're going to see Hamilton and Death Becomes Her, which just opened on Broadway. We're going to see my best friend from elementary school who I haven't seen in 50 years.
Oh, wow.
My best friend from college. I haven't seen her in 20 years, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Billy, one of my best friends from high school, who came out. You met Billy Jefferson. I think you met him. Wasn't were you at the shoot where I was performing?
Yes.
So he was the one that in the safety meeting I said he's taking over for me when I'm on set.
Okay. That was that guy. Gotcha.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah. So anyway, we're all having dinner on the 23rd at my favorite Greek restaurant in New York. So with significant others and all. So yeah,
it sounds a lot more exciting than what I've got planned, which is basically trying to keep up with the high demands of work, life, and kids and stuff. Not really doing a huge Christmas. Trying to, I was talking about this earlier. I liked Christmas when I was a kid, and I'm sure we all did. And not so much when you're an adult, when you see how much things cost. Now especially when you're on especially now. So I would pay money to go back and be able to experience life as a kid again. And it's amazing how much kids want to be grown up. They want to be adults and this and that and all that. It's like, no. I would, because my daughter asked, she said, You would trade being an adult? What if you had like a week of homework you had to do if you were a kid? I said, yeah, I'll take that deal. Mm-hmm. I would take any of that. So I told her, I said, don't try to grow up too fast. You know,
it's not the expense for me. It's the fact that you've already got Christmas songs being played in supermarkets. You've already got Christmas decorations being displayed everywhere, and everything being marketed towards it. It just takes the specialness out of it for me, because by the time Christmas rolls around, you're like, I cannot be arsed with this anymore. It's been shoved down my throat for the last month and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, you get tired of it, especially here in the US, where everything is so highly capitalized and marketed and run as a business. Christmas is a big industry, and everything is about making money out here.
Yep. Oh, I always joke that America took capitalism and turned it to 11.
Yes, America took capitalism, turned it to 11.
That's not a joke. That's facts.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I love Christmas, and I do like going to the mall and seeing all the decorations and everything. But I think we're excited to be going to New York just because New York's such a fun place to be for Christmas. It's cold, and so. But Times Square and the windows at Saks Fifth Avenue and Rockefeller Center and Grand Center, it's all very Christmassy, and so I'm really excited about this trip. I really am. We've already got it planned out that we fly in the 23rd, and then that night we have dinner with all my friends, and then the next day Crystal and we're going to walk down the High Line, which is the walking route down the west side of Manhattan. We're going to walk down, and that takes you down to like the meatpacking district, and we're going to have lunch there. Then we're going to cross over to Union Square and go to Strand Bookstore, which is the largest used bookstore in New York, which is right next to Forbidden Planet, which is the big science fiction store. Then we're going to walk up, go to Grand Central Station, go to Zaro's Bakery and get black and white cookies, and then probably stop at the public library, which is spectacularly beautiful. And then where she also had somewhere else that along that route that we were going to stop. So yeah, it's going to be a big walking tour on the 24th, and then the 25th we're going to sleep late and roll out of bed around noon and go have lunch, and probably
sleeping in is always so nice.
Probably have Chinese food for dinner, which is a big thing in New York. You go with all the Jews who are, out of the Chinese restaurant. And there's a famous, when Marilyn Kagan was getting her confirmation hearing for this, she's a Supreme Court justice. She's Jewish, and one of the senators asked her some question about what she was doing on Christmas one year. And for some, I forgot what it was relevant to, but she said, well, like any good New York Jew, I was probably at a Chinese restaurant, which is true. So yeah, so we're going to take it easy. And then the next day we're seeing Hamilton, the matinee of Hamilton, and then the evening show of Death Becomes Her. And then we fly out the next day. So it'll be a whirlwind. So I know you family men are all doing family stuff with your kids. Have you? Yeah.
I'm away to Germany.
What's that?
I'm away to Germany.
You're going to Germany?
Yeah.
What are you going to Germany for?
That's where my mother is.
Oh, okay.
And half my family. So the surviving half of my family, anyway. Starting to drop off like flies, unfortunately.
Oh.
But no, gonna be taking an overnight ferry over. We're taking the car because it affords us more luggage space.
Gotcha, sure.
Yeah, the flights were about the same price, but then we would be limited to like 20 kilos luggage.
Where does the ferry go from?
A place called Newcastle, which is about 2 hours south from where I live. And then always Pee-wee. Yeah. Why don't you just leave it open?
The hallway.
So yeah, the ferry leaves from Newcastle and docks just outside of Amsterdam. And then it's about 4 or 5 hour drive to where I need to go on the continent.
Gotcha. Wait, so it goes from Newcastle to Amsterdam?
Just outside of Amsterdam, yeah.
Oh wow,
So
wow! And it's
you're on board for about 18 hours,
18.
Oh,
something like that. Yeah.
Holy
So
shit!
it's an overnight ferry. It's a nice
So
sedate
you
way.
sleep in your car, huh?
No, you gotta. It's a proper passenger ferry. You get in with your car. You get out. You go upstairs. You get assigned a cabin.
You get a berth?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So we've got a 3-bed berth waiting for us, and food. I'm looking forward to the buffet because they do amazing food on board.
Oh, that
'Cause
sounds good.
It's continental foods, all sorts. Obviously seafood. Fantastic. I'm hoping for a little bit of chop as well because it's the North Sea, which is famously choppy in the winter
Why are
months.
you looking forward to it being choppy?
Because it's fun. It is fun sitting there watching people stagger along the hallways.
Yeah, all right.
I do remember one on a couple of years ago. We were coming back on this ferry, and we were in a bar at the back of the ship, and I was looking out the window, so I could see the port of IJmuiden, it's called, which is just outside of Amsterdam. I could see the port, and the ship was rocking that hard. The port of IJmuiden was just going out of view, back into view, out of view, back into view, out of view. The ship was up and down that bad. Me and my brother, we loved it. It rocks you to sleep as well.
If you say so.
And then away you go. Your head, you're gone before your head hits the pillow.
Gosh.
Because the rocking motion.
Thank you, John Strader, for those comments. We really got into live streaming during COVID. I was live streaming twice a day.
You were busy.
Yeah, we had nothing better to do. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And yes, in answer to Joseph Labasco, yes, we will be released in full.
You were sitting at home spending all the money on on seafood and car tires.
Sushi and car tires. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope they're good car tires and good sushi. At least a Philly roll.
But I hear it's all away now, and you had Thanksgiving at Denny's, was it?
Hardee's.
No,
we didn't.
No, I had Thanksgiving at Hardee's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my plan for Christmas. So I'm only away for the week.
All right. So Cheeto and Jefferson, since you guys have kids, do you subscribe to the one large present or multiple smaller presents for your kids?
That's so this year. It's a little more to kind of a couple bigger ticket items instead of a lot of small stuff. We're doing a couple items that will have more longevity to it instead of just a bunch of toys sitting around that they play with for that first day and then that's it. But just with having kids, because my oldest is going to be 19 next month, and as he was growing up, we would kind of younger. You tend to do like just a lot of stuff. You do more of quantity, but as they get older and their tastes change, and you start getting into the electronics, like the game systems or the consoles or the tablets, things like that, you do kind of start adjusting and you start gearing more towards, well, if I get a tablet or something that they can use for a few years, keep playing games on and whatnot, that has a lot more value to the dollar than say some Barbies or some action figures and things like that. So yeah. With our youngest two, we're starting to get into that quality, something that will last longer, that may cost a little more, but doesn't end up just thrown in a toy bin.
Plus, with the iPads and stuff like that, they can use it academically as well.
Yeah.
So it's dual purpose. Yeah. Don't talk to me about quantity. My partner, she's she bought more than 50 things for this. He's not even 1 year old yet.
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
I can't buy anything because every time I go, oh, I'll get him that. No, I've already got him that. Oh, I'll get him. No, I've already got him that. So it's a case of, right, you just show me things that you wanted to get but you haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
It's maddening because I can't be self-sufficient and go and grab something that I think would be nice because no, he's already got that.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, and I've already told it. You're digging yourself a big pit here. If you give him lots, I mean, this year because he's going to be 1 year old for Christmas, he's not going to know anything about it. But the further on we go, the more presents that she gets, the more he's going to expect.
Right.
And yeah, it's just I've seen that with my nieces. Their mothers would smother them with gifts, and of course they would get annoyed if they didn't have more gifts the next Christmas.
Oh, that's a shame.
So yeah, I'm like, you really shouldn't. And I mean, they gave them veritable piles of stuff, piles that were piled higher than the kids themselves.
Holy shit!
Absolutely maddening. And I'm like, oh. I was happy growing up when I got 12 presents from Santa at Christmas,
Some kids have to be happy with only getting like one or two.
Yeah, but we didn't have all the electronic gizmos that the kids have these days.
Right. That's true.
But no, I completely agree with where you were going there. An iPad or whatever pad that they want. That'll last them a few years. They can play games, watch movies, and also do some homework with it if need be. Much more bang for your dollar.
Yeah.
And I love that. I loved this. There's this thing goes around just about every year on Facebook. I don't know if it's the same if you see it, but I definitely see it. It's basically asking parents who are gifting these expensive electronics to their kids for Christmas, tell them Santa didn't give you it. It was your parents. Santa gave you these presents, these slightly cheaper presents, but your parents got you these expensive gifts because otherwise the poor kids will be asking, why didn't Santa get me that?
Yeah, normally in my house, when my kids were growing up, I mean, they're 15 and 17 now. But when they were growing up, that's what we did. We did the whole split where it was like, I said, look, half of this stuff is coming from me, especially the big gifts. And then the rest of the small stuff is coming from Santa because I want my kids to know that I worked hard to provide for them. And I do, provide for them for Christmas. So, but I still,
we stopped giving Santa, thanks for that. Like, he's not paying the bills. What this came out of my wallet.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's why like clothes and stuff like that come from Santa, but like the fun stuff comes from me. So
that must have been soul destroying for my parents. And they got me a bike one year. It must have cost them a lot of money. And I'm saying thanks, Santa. And I know obviously my dad, he was the breadwinner. He must have worked his ass off and saved up and sacrificed so much in order to get me that bike. And I thank Santa. Oh, yeah, that must have been soul destroying.
See the things you realize when you're older now.
Because it happens to me at work all the time as well. I do something fantastic and then someone else gets the credit for it. Right? Yeah, thanks. That's great.
Oh,
cheers.
Really? Oh, yeah. Man. Well, but that's the thing is with kids, you'd like to have that magic of Christmas and just to see how they react to it because that's what what hopefully we all got to have. But I totally see what you're saying there.
Well, anything else? Any other big plans coming for Christmas? Anyone going anywhere? No trips or anything. Hey,
I'm a homebody.
Gotcha. And how is everyone watching? Is it season 4 or 5 of Lower Decks? That's
5. Yeah, season 5.
And this is the last season, right?
Yep, the final season.
I haven't watched this week's episode yet. But I've been watching. And I must know I'm not terribly enthused. It's just like the rest of them. rest of the episodes, I appreciate some of the references. Like in one scene, two Klingon speeder bikers almost hit each other at an intersection, and one of them says "Experience beige," and I'm like, ah.
I don't know what's that.
I didn't. What's that? I don't get that.
It's from the video. It's from the VHS board game where you had Robert O'Reilly play. What's his character's name now? He plays. He plays. No. It's not Gyron. This is his pre-Gyron days. He's on the bridge of the Enterprise D, and he plays this Klingon who has taken the Enterprise. And your mission on this board game is to actually capture him and retake the Enterprise. And every now and then, you play the VHS tape, and every now and then he pops up on screen, and he's caught you, and he puts you into a sin bin, and that's you experiencing beige.
Oh.
So that's a nice little reference I got, which is
that's a pretty deep cut.
Yeah.
Listen, Lower Decks, I think, has been fantastic from beginning to now. I mean, I know that a lot of people here, well, I know at least two people that are on the right side of the screen that are not great Star Trek fans, for not liking all of Star Trek. No, I'm kidding. But I've loved Lower Decks since the first episode. A lot of people, I consider it loose canon. I don't think everything that happens in the episode is technically canon because there's a lot of weird stuff that happens. But I'm like, if you can turn your brain off for it and not like freak out about the canonism of it, like it's actually quite enjoyable. It's like The Simpsons, but for Star Trek.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't find it quite as funny as a lot of people do. And I've got a good sense of humor, I find. I'm the class joker at work, or as I'm fond of saying, I'm a stand-up comedian. I stand up and everybody laughs. But I'd not. It's good. But I have found myself a couple of times pausing it and going finding something to do.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I still need to get through Prodigy. I just have to will myself to get through that.
Yeah, everybody's telling me you need to watch it. You need to watch it. The first few episodes are a grind but once they get into the swing of it,
are you talking about season 1 or season 2?
I didn't get past the first episode.
Oh yeah, season one for me was pretty rough.
It was like, this is a child's show. Why am I watching it?
I guarantee you though, the second half of season 1 gets better. The season 2 is really good in my opinion. I think they really did a 180 on it.
I've got a friend who's a really good judge of stuff. Like if he likes something, chances are I will as well. And he's like, "Oh, you need to watch it. Season 2 is fantastic." And I'm like, "Okay."
I'm glad you talk about me, in front of everybody. That's
So I need to at some point. It's just forcing myself because I can't just start with season 2. So I have to start from the beginning.
I know. Same here. I'll have to put it on in the background and just rough it out.
Right.
You know what? I might do that. I'm doing a Battlestar Galactica MSD right now, so I might, and it's a slog. So I might put it on while I'm doing that.
There you go. So, all right. Well, listen, that's a wrap on our Thanksgiving live stream. I want to thank everyone who came out, hang out with us. It's good to see everyone once again. And we'll certainly do this again. Make sure you sign up for the Axanar newsletter. By the way, our store is live on Axanar now. We've moved it over to axanar.com. And we have new t-shirts going up tomorrow. So do check it out. You'll see the store link up top on the Axanar down towards the right side of the nav bar. So click on it and knock yourself out. If you have any questions, you know where we are. I'll be coming out with a lot of information this weekend about the J.G. Hertzler event, how we're going to ticket that, I don't expect a lot, but if we got 24 people, that'd be awesome. And then we'll it's just going to be a good time. I mean, it's JG. You'll all get to interact with them and hang out with them and stuff. So if you have questions, just email me, alec@axanar.com, and we'll go from there. So Big J, Cheeto, Alexander, it's good seeing you all. Happy
good seeing you guys.
And let's do this again sometime soon.
We will.
Okay, everyone.
Let's do it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Ciao.
Does this work? Oh, how's the outro?
Keep on waving.
Keep waving.
Keep waving, everyone.
Or do it. You know, what was it? Police squad.
Yeah.